My last video on 4 things that I learned about China was obviously very popular. You guys enjoyed it. These are things I learned off the app called Xiaohongshu or RedNote in English. So I thought now I would give you 3 things that I absolutely adore about the app. Are you ready? I think they're fun. So number 1, the cats. So when we all joined, a lot of us came over from TikTok, and it was like a flood of Americans into this Chinese app. Everyone was so welcoming, but there was this funny joke that said, pay your pet tax. And what it meant is like, please show us a picture of your dog or your cat or etc. because we want to see your animal, and that's your pet tax so that you can join. So people were sharing their animals, and it was just honestly awesome. But cats in China are on another level. I'm telling you, they are the cutest cats. I even saw someone comment, even the cats in China are better. Let's see if I could get some, you know what I might do? I might scroll through the app so you could see what I mean about the cats. My favorite, well, it's hard to choose my favorite, but there's these cats that they're so fluffy. I mean, fluffy. Just like just a fur ball. So their face, like fur ball, right? Like, and then their face is like kind of flat, and it's just full of fur. Oh my god, what I wouldn't give to just squeeze that cat. The cats are cute, but I have a favorite, and I'm his biggest fan. Well, at least in America. His name is Uncle B-Bell. I have to show you Uncle B-Bell. I first learned about him on Instagram, but he has this goofy little grin. He had his teeth taken out for some health reasons. He has this goofy little grin where he just smiles all the time. He's like, I can't even make his face, but I'll show you him as well. I love Uncle B-Bell. He is my best friend. He just doesn't know it. And I would go to China just to hug Uncle B-Bell. Number 2. These are kind of 2 things, but I'm going to put them together. Food and celebrations. I feel like a lot of times that I'm celebrating alongside China. The Spring Festival just happened, and everyone was flooding the apps with their food. And I asked one question, something about Spring Festival, and the comments, actually that's what I'll probably show on here. I'll just like scroll up so you can see the people who responded to me just showing their photos from Spring Festival or Chinese New Year is another way to go about that. I think in the rest of the world, sometimes you know it as Lunar New Year, but they taught me it is Chinese New Year, so say it correctly. Chinese New Year, Spring Festival, same thing. And the food there, incredible. So it's kind of like, to me, it's not the same, but you know how on New Year's Eve that's almost more celebrated than New Year's Day? Well, the day before Spring Festival, it's where they have like this big dinner and everyone cooks. Well, maybe not everyone, but they cook, and there's so many dishes everywhere. Those are a lot of the pictures I got. I don't know what half the food is, but it looks good. So you have to see that, and I think you're gonna agree. And everyone's like, please come, share this. It's like, I would if I could just pop on a plane to China, I would. And I have to share 2 things that they taught me, because they're such sweet people, and they taught me 2 things. Let me re-listen to one of them because I have to. Oh, come on, play.
新年快乐.
新年快乐. That one's Happy New Year. 新年快乐. Happy New Year, 新年快乐. And the second one, I think I have memorized, hopefully. 恭喜发财. And you know what that one is? That's a good one. 恭喜发财. That means like wealth and prosperity. It's those red envelopes. There's even an emoji in it in our phones if you have Apple. I don't know about Android. It's the red envelopes, and you give it and you go 恭喜发财, and it's just like you put money in there, and you're offering them money for wealth and abundance and so forth. But you can just say the words 恭喜发财 and you're wishing abundance. Isn't that cool? But really, the festivals and the food. I'll show you. The most important one of all, number 3, is the people. So I don't know if you know this, but Xiaohongshu or RedNote actually was started by women, mostly women. It was about skincare and makeup, but it's evolved over the years to be much, much more. And now there's men on there, there's lots of ages, etc. But the women there, you could tell that it's women run. You know why? It's just everybody is showering you with love and compliments, etc. And it's not just about like beauty in your physical outside. It's like who you are as a person. And so at first I was like kind of taken aback. I would do a video, something that's very simple, and they'd be like, "Sister, you're so beautiful, sister." And like, oh, this is interesting. Everybody's so welcoming and kind. But over time, I've been on the app, I think it's 2 months now, maybe more. I think more. And they check on me and I check on them. How are your kids doing? How are you doing? I just got over a cold, and they instantly were like, these are all the things that you need to do to feel better, because they care about your well-being. In fact, so many have told me, please come to China. Many have opened their homes to me. Not that I'm in China, but if I ever go, they open their homes to me. There is a translation feature on there. But even before the translation feature, I used to screenshot it, take it to ChatGPT or Google Translate. I would write back to them in Chinese because it's their app. I should be writing in Chinese, right? But now there's a translation app, and I'm going off on a tangent just to say that a lot of them would say, they would say, I don't know if I could speak to you fluently in English. However, I want to have you in my home. I want to cook for you. I want to take you to my favorite restaurant. I want to show you my town, etc. And the fact that these strangers, and I say strangers lightly, but like, are opening up their home to me, and they're so loving and so wonderful. In fact, several of them were drawing pictures of me. Isn't that crazy? In a good way. But they were just so loving, and they say, you're my first American friend. Or they call us foreigners as well, which, yeah, I am. I'm a foreigner to China because I don't live there. But they would say, you're my first foreign friend. You're my first American friend. You're the first American or the first person I've ever spoken to in English. Like, besides for school or academics and stuff like that. I'm just so touched. I love the people there, and yeah, I'm not leaving that app. It's wonderful. So, have I convinced you to move over to Xiaohongshu yet, or RedNote? Actually, you don't have to move over. There's some wonderful people here on YouTube. I'm not leaving YouTube either. I love the people here. However, Xiaohongshu is really awesome. You get to learn a lot about another country if you don't know much about China. I know I didn't before I joined. But let's see, what did we talk about? We talked about the cats being the cutest cats ever in China, 2, the food and the festivals, obviously. And they make you feel like you're part of it. And then 3, the people. The people are lovely, and I love it. So Xiaohongshu, I think it's called 520. I'm gonna have to put it. I'm already forgetting. I paused to look it up, and it is 520. 520 is another way to say I love you. So 520 Jamie, I don't know if I said sister right, but 520 Jamie means I love you.